All right, so let's talk about like the first artist that you signed to the labels and stuff.
Okay, so the first guy I signed under Hard Hitter, I forgot what his name was. So like I said, he was the first artist I signed with Hard Hitter before I signed Clunker.
Okay.
So like I said, I wanted to work with him because he had that flow and everything, and all of a sudden he was going through some issues and everything. So I decided to just go ahead and just let him go. And then after that, I signed Clunker and KT under Hard Hitter as well. KT was another former artist of mine that I had to let go just a few months ago. Long story, don't even want to explain. But the first artist I signed under Off Top was Problem Child, because I know Problem Child a few years ago because him and Big Rob, the artist that I was managing at the time, that's how I met Problem Child. And then when I got promoted to president of Off Top Records last year, he hit me up. I listened to his music, so I decided to just go ahead and sign him, like I said, because that dude got a killer flow, man. Like I said, dude, man, I'm surprised that no label has not signed you. Yeah. I'm thinking, why didn't they sign you? I guess he just want to make sure that his crack was perfect.
Yeah, a diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you artist, a hip hop artist?
Mostly it's hip hop, and then I got one artist that's a gospel or gospel hip hop.
Okay.
And his name is Polo. Okay. Well, I call him Pastor Polo.
Yeah.
Because like I said, he's a hip hop gospel artist as well. Okay. Like I said, especially I need to mix it up a little bit instead of being just hip hop. I could break a little gospel into the label. Yeah. And like I said, to let the people know that what kind of music I'm bringing out there.
Yeah. Okay. Now you mentioned Hard Hitter. You said that name kind of maybe stemmed from wrestling a little bit.
Well, Hard Hitter, like I said, so Hard Hitter was originally found like almost 15 years ago by my former artist.
Okay.
Like I said, my former artist I used to manage. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, Hard Hitter and wrestling, like I said, it wasn't just because of wrestling. Like I said, Hard Hitter, Hard Hitter is the definition that you're going hard on your music, then you gonna make a hit.
Oh, okay.
So, like I said, I guess when he decided to put Hard and Hitter together, so I guess because music was formerly known as Hard Rocks. So now, then he changed it to Hard Hitter because it sounds more cliche.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the wrestling a little bit because I was being nosy on Instagram and just following you for a while now, and I see that you go to a lot of wrestling matches. You got a lot of belts.
Man, them belts I got, man, I stole it from one of my best friends. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, them belts, man, that was my best friends. Like I said, I ended up because like he had 2 belts on him when we was in New Orleans for the WrestleMania weekend. Mm-hmm. So like I said, to me, I haven't owned my own belt yet. I'm gonna own my own belt one day. But to me, I just want to, like I said, the wrestling thing. To me, it's just what I like because I compare it with the music because when I watch it like every week and then I'm learning something, like I said, it's just showing how much that I need to learn, especially mostly now they call it sports entertainment. Mm-hmm. So mostly I'm learning the entertainment part. The sports part I'm not learning, but the entertainment.
Definitely, okay. Now, you got maybe your favorite wrestlers? Of all time? I recently watched the Andre the Giant documentary, and they said how he was kind of the first superstar of wrestling. Who's the greatest wrestler of all time?
Man, I got so many, man. Let's see, the only wrestler is the greatest of all time is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. So the reason why I like him because the style he got in the ring, especially the way he does it, especially he was trained under a Hispanic wrestler. And that's how, like I said, when you get trained for someone international, that means you're gonna make it big, just like that. And especially the moves he did, man. Especially y'all know the sweet chin music. Mostly the super kick was originally founded by gentleman Chris Adams. So like I said, mostly now everyone's using super kick, including the Young Bucks. To me, now it's a super kick party for everyone.
Hold on, including who?
The Young Bucks. They're using that.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Yeah, the Young Bucks Ring of Honor.
Yeah. Okay. Now you got a favorite wrestling series? Like, was it the old WWF, which is now?
Well, yes, the Attitude Era. That was my favorite one because they got away with it so much back then. Mm-hmm. Because like when WWE was about to go under, so with Vince McMahon make the changes. Like I said, I'm glad he did, because he would have been out of business for good. Then WCW would be there.
Yeah.
Especially the Attitude Era, especially The Rock and Stone Cold and Triple H are the only ones, the reason I watch it.
Yeah. So you been in a lot of matches and seen fights live?
Yes, I seen a lot of live matches, and then mostly after dark matches. So yeah, because like the matches they have, like I said, because like WWE to me, they kind of been out of shape.
Yeah.
Ever since the Attitude Era ended, but now you used to go in there, you wrestle for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden you just go to the bag. To me, we won't create quality matches. But when I went to NXT Takeover in New Orleans, they had better quality matches, because they were just bringing in people from development to put on a 15 to 30 minute matches. That's what we all want to see.
Yeah. We
want to see longer matches, not these 5 to 10 minute matches. That's what's going on with the women's division as well. But now they're going a little hard. They were a little hard a few years ago, and now all of a sudden it's starting to slow down again.
Yeah. Now, if you could see any match live between two wrestlers, like of all time, what two wrestlers would you like to see wrestle?
Like all time?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Even from back in the day.
Let's see. The match I want to see of all time, especially if WWE was still like I said, there was still a little era back then. I still want to see Hogan and Ric Flair in WWE, because years ago I've been hearing a lot of things that those two were having problems of how the match was going to work. And then they start doing the matches live show instead of putting it on television. And to me, that don't make much sense. That y'all can't come up with a better match. Can you give it to the fans out there? Especially, you could have done it now instead of doing it live events, because live events, that's just something people are sneak peeking. So when you on television, the people want to see the whole match. Especially when I heard from the WrestleMania 8, there was supposed to be a Hogan versus Ric Flair match, but it didn't happen because those two could have come up with no agreement how the match was going to work. So they put Hogan and Sid Vicious in there, and Ric Flair faced Macho Man Randy Savage for the title. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's get back into the music.
Yeah.
The other day you were on the Jukebox Worldwide.
Yeah, that was I was on there.
Tell me about what's the Jukebox. Tell me how you got linked up with them. And
okay, so Jukebox Worldwide. Okay, so they started around January, and I started sending some of my artists' music. So the first single I sent to them was Papa Child Get It. That's one of his hits right there from this mixtape coming out very soon. And yeah, and the only reason I linked up to them, especially one of them were kind of relatives, because we were in that family connection. And two people, and one person I know because I met him a few years ago in the showcase. So like I said, that's how I met. That's how I got into Jukebox Worldwide.
Okay. Now, it's online radio. Tell me your opinion, like as far as the different music avenues these days. Do you feel like it's easier for artists with the streaming and online, or do you feel like it's still necessary? Do you feel like it's necessary, rather, for artists to try to focus on getting on the real radio?
Well, in my opinion, a lot of artists are trying to get their music out there for example, like I said, when independent artists are trying to get song on 101.1 the beat, now they want to charge you money for it. And most of these artists don't want to put the money down because they're not going to get played. So now they're relying on internet radio to do all the work. And plus, I send all my artist songs to internet and an FM station that I know, especially from my boss Sky Black. He runs Ding Bling Radio up in Murfreesboro, 88.3. Okay. That's how I know.
Okay. Well, how important would you say visuals are as far as artist goes? Do you feel like it's necessary to always be on social media or to have lots of videos to drop on a regular basis?
Well, of course, because nowadays social media is getting bigger than expected because we all know we had MySpace accounts. That was, like I said, that was like over 10 years ago. And to me, I thought MySpace was going to blow up until Facebook came real hard on it and blow up bigger. But now you see Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and what else? I think that's mostly all social media.
Some people use Periscope. There's all type of stuff out there.
Yeah, that's a lot of social media. So that's how, if you want to, like I say, if you want to get your name out there, so mostly social media is the only thing you'll be living on.
Okay. And speaking of social media, you mentioned MySpace, but you remember your first social media account that you ever had, period?
So, like I said, MySpace was the first one I did. I opened it around 2006. So, like I said, at the time, like I said, the time Metro was allowing us to do MySpace, and then all of a sudden, people started using it so much, putting exclusive photos and all that. Then, like I said, they kind of took it down for no reason. Like I said, that's the only way to get there. Like I said, we all didn't know MySpace was. Like I said, what's MySpace? What's MySpace? Like I said, it's just something that people were going to back then. Because mostly I was putting a picture on there, then all of a sudden you put radio, you do like listen to music, all that.
Had music on your profile and stuff.
Yeah, that's what artists was doing back then. Because when MySpace blow up, that's when they put in music at, and they think that someone will hear it and then they'll sign up. So nowadays, you got SoundCloud that you can put your music out there. Then artists, like I said, then other people can see it, especially A&Rs.
All right, now you always been Slick Mike on social media, or what's your name back then?
No, my name back then was YKM. It stands for Young Killer Mike. I came up with that name. I came up with the name when I was in high school, and Slick Mike, that was kind of like my alternate name. I never used that name back then because I was always YKM, because I was really young back then. Because that was really my stage name.
Yeah.
And especially Big Rob was the one that gave me the name, and then Slick Mike, I came up myself. Yeah. Because when I posted something on Facebook like 5 years ago, I was in a bar, and then I was doing the point like this, and I said Slick Mike. Okay. So like I said, I kept that name. Thought I was going to use it again. So like I said, when I got a little older, I decided to just bury YKM, just put it in the box, put it in the graveyard, and just dig, and just came up with Slick Mike.
No more Young Killer Mike.
Yeah, I was just, like I said, I was really young.
Okay. Now, let's talk. Where can they follow you at as far as social media, or follow the label and all that good stuff?
Well, okay, so on, like I said, if y'all want to look up me, so like I said, you can follow me on Facebook. My government name, Michael Anderson. That's what I would like to bring out. I need to get that changed. And on Instagram and Twitter at Slick Mike 28, and then mostly we got the Off Top website as well. So y'all just go type in offtoprecords.com. You can find us there. Like I said, the website is under development, so I'm not gonna get into that details.
Okay. Now, let's go back to the music inspiration, because you mentioned growing up like a Heavy D. But what's maybe, if I was to ask you to give me a top 5 musicians all the time, can you give me a top 5?
Top 5, let's see. Number 5. Let's see. Number 5. So
maybe not in order, or you can give it to me in order. Go ahead.
Well, like I said, number 5. The Ghetto Boys. Your mind's playing tricks on you. That's what I like. Number 4 was Warren G. Regulate. Like I said, he had that smooth. Number 3 was Snoop Dogg, especially with the West Coast hip hop thing. Number 2 was Biggie Smalls, and then number 1, Tupac Shakur. Okay. Always.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk about Tupac a little bit, because I'm a big Tupac fan now. I can't say I always liked Tupac music, but I more so became a fan of him as a person and what he was doing more so now than I used to. Do you feel like there's any artists in the game now that kind of deliver the same messages as maybe artists like Tupac, or?
Well, in my opinion, no, because the way these artists are trying to deliver Tupac's message, I said y'all ain't gonna never deliver Tupac's message like he did back in the day, because Tupac's messages was in his heart. Mm-hmm. He had that in his soul. Mm-hmm. Because when you try to deliver messages like that, that means that you're trying to be the next Tupac. And that's why I tell my artists I always tell my artists, you don't have to be the next Tupac or the next Lil Wayne, the next Jay-Z or the next Migos, just to be something. I say, be the artist that you is now. Don't be the artist that is already living the spotlight.
Yeah. Okay, that's a great point. Okay. Now, dreams before being in the music industry, like, you have any like sports dreams or doctor dreams?
Well, like sports dreams, for example, I always wanted to play basketball, like I said, because, you know, my height and everything. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to play basketball because I was a big fan of Michael Jordan when I was a kid. Okay. Had all his shoes, had all his gear and everything. So mostly I wanted to be a basketball player, but I guess I decided it wasn't in for me. Yeah.
You still follow sports now? I mean, basketball now?
I kind of a little bit, but I don't follow it like I used to be. Because especially when I was a kid, most of the time I followed was Chicago Bulls because that was the team of the century.
Yeah. Okay. Now, let's talk about your artists, and maybe if you could get your artist to get a feature with one of your favorite artists. If you can have one of your artists on the label do a feature with any mainstream or just artist period, what was a artist you like to hear?
Well,
off top or hard hitter?
Well, like I said, whatever feature my artists do, especially I know Klonka, he might want to feature in. He probably want to get a feature with the Migos. Yeah. Because the way they sound is, so I say I don't know how he wants to do a feature with the Migos, but I guess that's how he flow with it, or probably any other type of artist that he really associated with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe in your day, because you used to do a little bit of music. Yeah. If you could come back out the woodworks and do a song with somebody, who would you like to do a song with?
Man, let's see. The song I would like to do is with Eminem. Yeah. Because he had that crazy psychotic music back then, mm-hmm. that people just loved to hear. Mm-hmm. Especially, man, he had a lot of hits. Like I said, to me, I would have worked with him, because he, like I said, he's one of my favorite rappers too, and I can feel with his music where he was going to.
Okay. Now let's talk about going through stuff, because through life we all go through things, but they shape us and make us people we are today. What's maybe some of your life that kind of made you who you are?
Well, like I said, a lot of people who made me who I am, like I said, mostly my family, for example. My uncle Walt D, who was original, one of the hip hop groups back in the 80s in Nashville called the Blow Pop Group. He was really my inspiration, because when I found out he was in the music business a long time ago, mm-hmm. that's why I started to go to him. Mostly I went to him. Well, I went to him sometimes and just listen to all his music. I still got his CD, all of his greatest hits. Yeah. And then mostly like my dad in the business side, because he had his own business back in the day outside of Nashville. Okay. And mostly my mom, she's an inspiration as well, because I always go to her for anything. Like I said, if I'm going through something, anything, she always keeps me up. She always keeps my feet. She always keep me up. Okay. Hey, this your boy Slick Mike, man. Y'all know me as CEO Hard Hitter, president of About Top Records, man. I'm out here chilling with Calm Down TV, man. Watch the interview, man. It is coming, and it's gonna blow y'all minds up. So keep an eye on it, and don't be slick, be creative.